Hey guys, it is May the 19th of 2015. I want to go over the US pairs using pricing time technical analysis. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. Let's get into the charts. Let's go with the euro and look at our weekly chart. As you can see that we put a low on the, it's actually March 13th. This is the week of the 9th. And we've been putting higher highs and higher lows. We got a PPS buy signal here. Medium term, we're bearish, but with a short-term bullish bias. So we're below the cloud, so that's bearish. Below the 50, yeah, pretty bearish. Bullish is that you're above the 20 on the weekly. You got a PPS buy signal, and that you're pushing higher, so that's pretty good. Let me see if I shorten this up a little more. There we go. So it's looking good. If it cracks below the 20, I can see support at the 1056, this 993 or this 915 could be support, even all the way down to this 848, which I don't think it'll probably go that low. But you never know. But I think the trend is to the upside, but you got to be cautious. So if you're going to be buying, buy pullbacks, put your stops, give it a little distance, so you could go higher. Now, if you look at the daily, you can see that you got a nice little fail new low here, and you're trending higher. So let's see if this trend line holds. I mean, it could pierce it. I think it probably would pierce it tonight, tomorrow. I think somewhere around the either 22nd or next week, we'll probably, probably do a turn. But we'll see. On the daily, we got a PPS sell signal, so I wouldn't be surprised if this candle today of the 20th retraces a little bit. I mean, it could get all the way up to like up here, 27.90, and maybe fail, or it may not even get up there. It may just push lower, take out this low. But these are the targets that I have. And people I know do the trend line, and it might even crack it, and then they might think that it's bearish. But I wouldn't get too bearish here yet. If anything, I think this is probably some buying opportunities. But we'll see. You can see that it's kind of getting a little weak now, but I'm waiting for the setup so I could get in, and right now it looks like it wants to sell off. So on the 30, on the daily, the only thing that looks good is probably the monthly, but the weekly's a little weak. The weekly chart, it failed a key level there. So we'll see. Let's go to the I'm gonna do this real quick too. The New Zealand dollar, very disappointed. I thought we were gonna hold somewhere around here, but it failed, and you got a PPS sell signal, so the bears are still in control. The things wants to push lower. Wouldn't be surprised if next week it tries to go up and fails, and they push it lower. It looks like it wants to either test this level, pivot low, or even the low. But it's very, very bearish. Below the 20, 50. Like I mean, I wouldn't go long on it yet unless it shows me some conviction from the bulls. So targets to the downside. I mean, this is very, very bearish. Looking at my other charts, very bearish. This could probably hold that 73.52. If not, this level around here, 72, or even 72.38, all the way to 71.98. But this is where it may want to push. You have this failed candle here with seller, huge seller, below the 20. It's not looking good. Swiss Let's go over here. The Swiss on the daily, I wouldn't trade it. I mean, it has a, it's below the 50, the 20. It's kind of like in the middle. You know, they say don't fiddle in the middle, and this is kind of like in the middle. But if you're risky a little bit, you know, it looks like it may want to like push higher. But I wouldn't trade it here. I'd rather wait till at least it, you know, at least it gets above 96.09 and maybe and put a long position. But when it's here, you know, you got the 20 and the 50 in the cloud, and it doesn't tickle my ear or my eyes. Looking at the daily, you know, got PPS buy signal, fail new low, which is nice, showing some bullish commitment. But you know, you're below the cloud, below the 20. You know, you could probably hit some targets up here. You know, this could probably be a little target you might hit right there. Even right here, or right here. Anything around that 96.01 if you want to scalp it. Just, you know, let it maybe pull back. Or if it doesn't pull back, just put a tight stop on it. But right now, short term, you know, looks like it wants to go higher. It's gotten out of this little rut right here. Looking at the yen, this is good for scalping, but for trying to get a trend, it's not good. And you know, if you're not watching it or have your set levels and your you know, your range, it's just gonna chop you up. You think it's gonna go down, and it's not. It's just going back and forth. So for scalping, great. You know, you buy here, you know, you sell somewhere around here, and if it doesn't, just trail your stops and it gets you out. You know, you buy it again. You know, you get up, trail your stop, you short it. You know, stops you out. You keep going back and forth, and just keep making money that way. It's easy and it's great, especially for new traders. They want to learn scalping. This is where you learn scalping, right here. You know, you pull back here, you buy here, these dips. You just keep, you know, raising your stop, get stopped out. Where it pullbacks again, you buy in, keep raising your stop. Where it pushbacks down, you know, go all the way up here, you sell it. You know, but it looks like it wants to go higher here, or it might just sell off from there. PPS buy signal, you know, you're above the cloud, so it looks like it may want to hit maybe 120.80 or even this 120.134. But it could be a head fake and maybe push lower. So if you're long, you know, I recommend caution and, you know, raise your stops and keep them really close, because it could just pull right back on you, like, you know, the way it's doing here. Because this is not trending. This is just consolidating. Bulls and bears are just fighting each other. You know, they're trying to pull a direction, but then the other team pulls it, you know, back down, and then the bulls want to push it back up, and that's what it pretty much is. So it's like trading on its own, you know, on its own world. Aussie dollar. Let's see the Aussie dollar. The weekly's looking good. Got a PPS buy signal above the 20. Nice, got a crazy pullback all the way down here. You know, it's still, you know, medium term bearish below the 50 cloud. They all pretty much like that. You know, if it pulls really back, it could find support at that 78.58. Looks like on the weekly you got a squeeze play. The daily is very bearish. The 30-minute is bearish. The monthly, you know, it's a little positive, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at the daily. See what the daily's telling us. I mean, right now, I wouldn't buy it. I think I could probably push a little lower. I mean, it might retrace a little bit. Unless it takes out 80.28, I wouldn't go long. I would probably wait till it, you know, you could do a a little trend line here, and it already, you know, it already failed it here, but doesn't mean it won't come back above it, but it might probably come down to 78.82ish around there. We'll push even 78.56, a little area right there. But it's building costs to go higher, but let's see, maybe, you know, what we don't want is to get like a New Zealand dollar where it was building costs to go up, and look how ugly it got. You know, when it failed this right here, that little level right there, that's where it just got ugly, and the bears just got control of it. That's why I think it probably wants to push lower, like it maybe want to do like a double bottom, you know, squeeze everybody out and then maybe go up. But you know, we'll see. I got to do some cycle analysis on this, but I haven't gone in on this trade. So on the Aussie, it's, you know, it could be a buying opportunity here, but let's see how this candle's showing. But you know, right now the bears have control, and they look like they want to probably push lower and push all the weak bulls out, and then maybe turn it around. Dollar CAD. See what we got on the CAD here. Dollar CAD was interesting. It got me. My timing was wrong, and I got stopped out with a loss. My calculations were wrong, and you can see, and I've been watching crude on this one. You can see you got a PPS sell signal on the weekly. We push lower. On the dailies, on a squeeze play, and it looks like it wants to go higher. It's interesting. And you can see that this candle right here is it's bullish. So medium term is still bullish. You're above the 20, the 50. You're below the 20, so that's not good. And below this, so it might find resistance somewhere around here, 12. You know, 23.50. Right here, you know, it's going to be in chop zone. So we'll see. You know, even this 22.88 could be resistance. But it broke this channel down, so you know, if it's gonna show some Momo, you know, you probably want to put a channel and get in at a discount. I'm not gonna get out on it now, because I'm just gonna do some time cycles to see if this is a legit, you know, bottom here, and maybe get a pullback, and maybe, you know, next week maybe buy there or something if it pulls back, but we'll see. Looks like actually if you look at it, looks like just like a minor little correction, and now it wants to maybe go up here and test this high. That means that maybe crude oil might push lower. I don't know, we'll see. You got Memorial Day weekend coming up, so there's a lot of things going on here in the US, so we'll see how it pans out. Maybe this could be a fake out or whatever, maybe kiss the 20. Or kiss this point of control, which is the 24.31. But if we look at the daily, I mean, it's bullish, it's strong. Looks like it wants to push higher too. Looks like the cycles are up too on the 12-hour. Yeah. The daily, the weekly. The only thing that doesn't look good is the monthly, but the weekly and the daily look very strong. You're right here at the value area low, and you got a PPS buy signal. You see, sometimes it doesn't fully retrace, so when you get these signals and they pull back and then they shoot up and take out, you know, that high, is always just good to get in. That's like what you got, what the, you know, the market is giving you. So if, you know, you were to go long, sometimes I just go long on these little areas right here. When we get a PPS buy signal and it pulls back and it pushes higher, boom, I'm in. So, you know, it's here. Targets to the upside could be this 23.43 if we were get up there, all the way to this wall right here of that 23.89. all the way to 24.57. But that's if it ever gets up there. It might probably get up here and maybe, push lower. I'll probably do a little trend line, so you see right there, it could probably be a place where this channel where the bears are going to be waiting for the bulls and just, hit them with the sledgehammer right there. You got the 100, you got a pivot. So it should be interesting. I'll probably be watching this. I just want to see if this 514 low is believable, if there's anything with price and time. The pound, probably one of my favorite charts right now. I'm in it just because cycles. I mean, everything is just working according to Gann's system on this chart right here. It's just pretty good. I'm short the pound as of what? I think right here, either the 14, 57.68, or the 15. I can't remember, but I'm sure 57.68. And I got this nice little PPS sell signal, so I wouldn't be surprised if it retraces. But any little weakness, I might just pile on more. And I'm looking, this one I could tell you for a fact, I'm looking for a turn the 22nd. And if it's not the 22nd, it might probably be earlier, so I'll probably be tightening my stops once we hit tomorrow, the 20th. I'm going to start getting it closer. But Friday or, Monday, the 25th, if it does a nice little flush down on Friday, come Monday, or maybe I gotta look at the price action Friday, but if it does a nice little flush down, I might just trail my stop down and let me either let the market kick me out or just get flat. But I think it's gonna push lower. I think it's probably gonna push somewhere around right here. Probably on my post I'll probably put the exact price I think was gonna hit. But I think I did pretty good today on this candle right here. I almost nailed the low. I said the possible support was going to be what, 54.49, and it did 54.45. That's not bad. If you wanted to scalp from right there, but since I'm short, this is going to be just another better opportunity to write this even lower. And you can see that I think it's probably going to break the trend line. And it's going to bring more conviction, but they're probably going to trap bears here, and because I think the momentum is to the upside, and I got a date I'm watching, and we'll see what if my prediction will pan out. But I'm waiting to see if this is going to fulfill the prophecy right here. But right now, where am I? Pound dollar. Look at the weekly. I mean, it's strong. Look at that. It's just this is nice. Look at that. Look how strong that is. That angle. It's very strong. So it's gonna continue going out. Look how close. Look how close this is to the 50 on the weekly. So it's probably the strongest one that I've seen out of all these. I think that's it for this. We could probably we do the Mexican. Mexican is just chop. I wouldn't even trade this. It's just chop. I mean, you got a nice little sell here, and you see a retrace. So this is probably perfect if this is gonna sell. But you can see there was a lot of head fakes when you thought. But if this, I probably might set an alert right here just to remind myself. Let's see. Sell. Create an alert. At or below at or below. So I got an alert. If this pushes lower here, I'm probably going to get in and go short and maybe write it down here or all the way down here on the Mexican. But looking at the daily, it kind of reminds me of the yen. It's just chop fest, you know, back and forth. Great for scalping. You know, like you probably ride it and maybe, you know, ride it up to here or maybe right up to here and then short it down. And it's just going back and forth. Well, hopefully this helps. I'll keep you posted. But as of right now, my position is on the pound. And I'm short on 57.68. I'm going to be covering somewhere around the 22nd. Somewhere around this area right here. Once I, you know, narrow it down to a level where I think it's going to hit, I'll put it on the Forex price and time. If you're in it, you could at least know the target that I'm looking for. And I'll keep you posted. Make some pips.